As I travel in space and time, I want to stay, I want to go. You see my face, but it's not mine. But you can see, you'll never know. How can we meet if I'm not there? Our hearts may touch, our bodies close, but time divides what we might share and sends us all where no one goes. I'm just a traveler upon the sea of time, of life, of fate's wide wheel. Just a traveler in this mystery. For me, I am so that's real to me. We all begin this life alone. We live, we love all through the years. Yet deep inside we long for home, but it recedes, obscured by tears. I cry the time, it falls past me. The door of faith remains asleep, but in my soul this hope burns free. Oh, please let there be one finally. I'm just a traveler upon the sea of time, of life, of fate's wide wheel. Just a traveler in this mystery. For me, I am so that's real to me. For me, I am so that's real to me.
Hi, everybody. What's up,
Happy Friday. What's going on?
Here we are.
How's it going?
dude?
We-
So no, yeah. 1 second. Todd knows the drill. It's Friday.
Yes.
I'm running around with a chicken with my head cut off all Friday. I've going to baby appointments fucking 3 million times a week. It feels like
Yeah.
I'm having to make up hours at work early in the morning so I can leave for half the day to go to fucking all kinds of places I don't want to be. Then I got to come home and make up set hours, and then I got to rush to do this. And
It
then
sounds-
I fell asleep. I fell asleep for like 40 minutes, which makes me feel worse because it's like that's just not enough.
It sounds
REM
like married
cycle.
life right there, brother.
And then I'm still kind of on time, and I'm giving Todd like every 2 minutes. Like, hey man, I got to run the dog out. I got to, and he's question marks. Like, God dang it, dude!
There was
I don't
one.
know. It's
there
that
was
feeling
one
of running
question
late.
mark. Come
And
on,
then I realized
man.
I'm not getting paid to do this job. So I'm like, why am I getting fucking stressed like it's a job?
Because man, the people are waiting. Hey, your
Hey.
mother's in the chat. Top G. I mean, these people are waiting.
Hey, is it popping for anybody else?
No, I'm all right. You
The
guys
audio's popping.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever heard that, so I didn't know
I don't
if it
hear
was
anything.
me.
okay?
Okay, well, anyway, so welcome. We got a couple of friends on. Todd, introduce everybody. Sorry,
Yes.
I'll calm down. I just have to. It's that feeling of like you're running late and you've been sprinting. You just,
Oh,
you know.
Yeah, so we're joined by a few YouTube channels, actually. We have 4K Tent Revival, which Brad, he pops in the stream. We talk quite a bit with Brad, and then we have Pops as well. Pops is in here occasionally as well, and he does. They're both great physical media channels. If you're into physical media, you're into 4Ks, you're into knowing what to actually pick up or what you shouldn't pick up. These are the guys you actually want to check out. So highly recommend these guys. Great channels, and we're excited to have them.
Yep, it's now a super heavyweight stream.
Yes.
The big boys are here. You bop and rock steady.
I appreciate the invite, guys.
Brad, you don't look black. I just know Brad because he sends stuff and he always like has the black guy emojis. I'm like, I don't think I've never met a black Brad in my life. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and
I don't think there is one. But Aaron, man, congratulations already. I know you're getting ready to have your first baby. You know, you got Alan here. They don't call him Pops for nothing. He's got 14 kids. He can tell you everything.
No way. How many kids
I got 4, and they're all grown. My youngest is 27 now. So I'm done with all that shit. You're never done.
So congratulations, you're done. There you go. It's great.
And you would get along with Pops well, Aaron, because his favorite film was it Rocky?
Rocky and Jaws, I go back and forth.
Okay. And Aaron's a huge Rocky junkie.
Yeah, Rocky's my favorite franchise. Most of the time, I'm going to tell you Rocky's my number one.
Hey,
I watch Jaws, kind of like I said, flip flops, whichever one I watch best.
That's the quote I use as well. Most of the time, I'm just going to say Rocky's the best.
You got
the first Rocky's amazing. It's you know, but favorite franchise, yeah, for sure. That or for me, it's that or Alien. I'll just the first Alien, the first Rocky, whatever.
You got a summer and a winter movie.
Yep.
You know,
there you go.
Wintertime, you watch Rocky. Summertime, watch Jaws.
Which, speaking of, I know we're going to talk about upcoming releases. When are they going to actually do my boy Rocky justice in the 4K department? Like, what is this nonsense? Like, I didn't buy those Rocky 4Ks they put out. Those lame covers and like, can we just get a?
I bought the Blockbuster box to put my shit in, so I'm good to go. So,
have you seen those, Aaron?
The what?
Have you seen the Blockbuster box set? They have the custom boxes. And you can put your DVDs.
It's the Premiere Rocky set.
Yeah, it's Premiere. I'll have to send you the link or whatever. But
Alan got it. Alan, it was got sponsored by this guy. He was going to buy it anyway, and the guy knew Alan was a big Rocky fan. He sent it to Alan to review on his channel, and so yeah, there's a review on Alan's channel if you want to see it all in the full glory. And of course, he can't. He kind of geeked out about it, so it's actually kind of funny.
I'll check it out. It's always been a sore spot for me because is that not just one of the most Americana franchises in the world? And they've always done the series dirty when it comes to physical releases.
Yeah.
Like the box sets are always crap. I don't understand.
Their steelbooks are so damn generic. You know, they could have done so much better with their steelbooks. You know, give us some decent artwork, not just a photo of Rocky, black and white with a red glove. It just seemed very generic. I mean,
what did they do? What did they do with that first couple of releases? Like, hey, here's 1 through 4, but no 5. Like, what is this? And they were all uniform. It's like, well, is this all there is? Am I gonna have 4 uniform looking copies that look stupid anyway? But you at least want them to match because that's the OCD in me and a lot of collectors.
Right.
It's just, it's like I'm all or none. So
wait till you see the set. It's all uniform and it's exactly what you're thinking. What is it? The back of the slip box is every opponent that he has for each movie.
Yeah, on the back of each movie, there's a custom artwork of each fighter that he's going against, Mr. T, you know, etc. It's pretty impressive.
Hey, what's up, Alpha Romero? Hey guys, we did a Martin commentary with Alpha. It turned out really fantastic. Go check it out.
Yeah.
So hey, I got to ask you. So Pops, you got to rank the Rocky films, including Creed, if you want. Rank
you don't think I've asked him this?
No. He gets asked all the time, huh? I have to know though.
Usually,
Creed 3 does not exist, as far as I'm concerned.
Which one?
Creed 3.
It's terrible. It's not good.
I got that's the only out of movie live rant I ever did after a movie on my channel. I was so pissed off when I left that movie. I understood, you know, there was problems with all the bullshit going on behind the scenes, but you know, the way they just like it didn't exist. I thought it was ridiculous. They shouldn't even made the fucking movie. The way I feel. But the one that I like, obviously the best movie is Rocky 1. The one that I go back and rewatch the most is Rocky 3.
That's a great answer.
Rocky 3 is the one. If I'm just in the mood to throw Rocky on, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna throw Rocky 3 on. But if I have to go best movies, it's probably gonna be 1, 2, 3. It's kind of silly because it's kind of in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm also a pretty big fan of 5. I just rewatched 5 the other night, and I admit it's got some terrible dialogue in it, but you got the moments. You got the get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you. You got that kind of shit that makes your fucking hairs on the back of your ass stand up. Yeah, that's what you want for this kind of movie, whatever. And you still get that from Rocky 5, but it's not a very well written movie. The dialogue's terrible.
Yeah, what is it? Touch me and I'll sue, or is it hit me and I'll sue? Whatever.
I still love it. I have a soft spot for it, but it's definitely.
I enjoy it, man.
What's that behind your ear? I gotta
Rocky
say,
Balboa is some of the best acting he's ever done. I think.
I think you're spot on with three. Three's incredible. I would rank them 1, 3. I don't know what it is. 2's great. If you like 1, you're gonna like 2, but just maybe because they are a little samey and it just kind of continues on a superior story. I just go for 3 because 3 feels like a legit sequel, and to me, it's just. I think if you were to, what embodies what everybody thought Rocky was in the 80s at the height. Rocky 3, man. It just over the top. Mr. T, Hulk Hogan. It's just everything. And then I would say 1, 3, maybe 2. 4 is just like a live action cartoon, but it's great. I always joke that the screenplay at Rocky 4 has to be 10 pages because the whole thing's a music video. It's like
what about the Drago cut?
Yeah.
What's that?
What about the Drago cut?
It was good. I liked it. I thought they were both good for different reasons. I like all the stupid poly robot shit and the 80s stuff. I mean, it's just I don't know.
Sign of the times, man.
Yeah, I mean, but it does kind of make it feel a little bit more dramatic. They add that extended. I know there's that extended scene with Adrian basically not being a supportive wife, saying, "Hey, you can't win," for even longer at their house when he's like all crying and stuff like that. And
Apollo's got a lot more to do in the.
Yeah, a lot of the fact that it shows Apollo asking Rocky if he's okay with it. That extra little conversation they had. Also, like that Apollo Creed basically holds his own a little better in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't just get mollywop and die, but he actually stands up a little bit more than he did in the theatrical cut.
You still haven't seen it yet, River, have you?
Which one? Or Creed 3?
The Drago cut. You're on a different fucking
podcast.
Okay.
Right now. I haven't. No, I haven't seen that.
It's good. I think they did a fantastic job. It does change the tone a bit. And I think they're both great. It's got more meat on the bone story-wise. Because, but it's like that original script. It's like half the pages are insert montage. It's kind of like Top Gun, where it was just like a commercial for the soundtrack in the 80s MTV era.
Which I love,
because the movie's like so short anyway. It's like, dude, there's nothing here. He's like staring intensely when he's driving while they're playing like No Easy Way Out. Like the whole they play these entire songs like they're music videos. It's insane. And but it's great. It's part of the charm. And then actually, you know what? I retract it. Mine is a 1, 3. I actually say 6. I love Rocky 6.
That'd be my number 1. 6 would be my number
6 is fantastic. Yeah.
So for me, it's 1, 3, 6, then 2, then I guess 4, even though 4 is great, but it's junk food. It's kind of hollow. And then 5. The best thing about 5 is the Elton John Measure of a Man song. Double entendre, anybody? I don't. Did he know what the movie's about, or is he just singing from life experiences? But I love that song. And but the movie's not good. It's Tommy Gunn, dude. What a fucking step down in like adversaries.
5 is a cursed movie. I mean, people died. Fucking Tommy Morrison got fucking AIDS.
What you get.
Right.
The worst thing about that movie is what's his name? Mason the Dixon Line, or no, that was the other movie. What was the guy's name? The black guy from the got Rocky's face when we first got off the plane.
You're talking
the guy that was Tommy Gunn fought for the title.
The Don King guy that touched me and I'll sue.
But the guy, his fighter, the guy that Tommy Gunn fought. What was his name?
Yeah, the punchy guy.
Yeah.
The champion.
He was useless, a useless character. I mean, totally forgettable. If you compare him to the other fighters that Rocky had to face, this guy's a joke. He comes to talk all kind of shit to Rocky when he gets off the plane. He's doing his interview with the airport. I can't remember his damn name. It ain't based on the Dixon Line. That's from the Rocky Balboa. I'll think of it in a minute. But yeah, we just watched it a couple nights ago, and he's horrible.
I guess it's kind of cool that they're trying to give you little answers to the aftermath of 4. But in 4, it's such, like I said, it's a comic book. Everybody just looks like a superhero. Everybody's immortal. The fact that they're even allowing Rocky Balboa to fight a guy the size of Drago is just fucking silly. And all of it's silly. But then afterwards, suddenly he's coming back home and he's having like the brain seizures. Like, oh, he actually got broken. And it's kind of cool. It's just all.
It is a Top Gun movie, and that's why I love it so much, man.
Yeah. No, 4 is the top. Yeah, 4 is the top.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Rocky would be punchy. I mean, he retired with a sterling record of 48-27. So it's like he would be fucked up. And that would be the nail in the coffin fighting this giant 22-year younger guy from Russia, in Russia with probably loaded gloves and all this shit. So he probably would have fucking brain damage.
But I actually really like the first Creed movie a lot. I really like the second Creed movie. I thought it was fun. I'd say the first one gets the edge. So if you want to inject the Creed movies, I mean, I think the first 2 Creed movies are up there. And then 3 is just shit. I mean, you can't do without Stallone. I know they're trying to, but it just, I don't know what they were trying with that third one.
Henry Winkler's just an asshole, and he didn't want to give it a piece to fucking Stallone to do the movie. It's over $1 billion franchise. You've got to give Stallone his piece and have him in the movie. Period.
We talked about it last week, but the Rambo was it prequel? Is it prequel?
It's a prequel.
It's
Rambo in Vietnam.
Stallone. I mean,
he's fucking 80 and it's in Vietnam. But it's you shouldn't do it.
It's crazy that they're
if you're gonna do it. If you're gonna do it, first of all, Stallone still needs to be in the movie. He has to be Murdoch or something. He has to be a colonel or something.
Troutman.
Murdoch. Troutman.
Yeah. Troutman's dead, so we won't notice. Just it'll be like Mandela effect. Like that's right. I remember Stallone being Troutman.
Troutman. Before we move away from Creed 3, which is a disaster, why didn't they do? So they had the wide-nosed kid, whatever his name is. I think they didn't beat up a bunch of people.
Yeah, the guy beat up the guy hit his girlfriend.
The guy's name was Union Kane, the dude for Rocky 5. Remember, Union Kane was he was the paper champion, or the champion that was the guy that after Rocky retired. So Union Kane, he was the worst foe that ever was any of the movies. He comes talking to the Rockies
to be like a Tyson guy. He talked like Tyson a little bit. So in Creed 3, so Creed 2, it's Drago's kid, right?
Which I think is great.
Why not in Creed 3 it be Mr. T's kid?
Because that's kind of fucking easy.
And Mr. T comes back, and him and Rocky have to come together because the wide-nosed kid is like a felon or whatever, and he's trying to get back in his life and shit. And Rocky and him
we're gonna have to bleep out every time he says wide-nosed kid, because I think we all know what he means.
I don't care what color he is. That is a huge. If he was white, I'd still say wide-nosed kid.
All right, we all know who you're talking about. The guy, the Kang, whatever. Why can't I think of his name?
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't I think of his name? No, he was like in everything for 2 seckends until like that whole shit. They just turned their back on that.
In real life, I guess, or something,
Well, we'll go along with it. Wide-nosed kid. No, he's. Why they've changed the format, dude? I mean, I get it. He's trying something new, but like that last fight.
Is it Damien?
No, it's not Damien, dude.
Okay.
Google's not that hard to use, Todd. Come on, just look up fucking Kang the Conqueror. Look up Creed 3.
That's Creed 3.
Jonathan what? Not
Jonathan
Myers.
Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
His name's Damien in the movie.
Oh, well, we obviously know the character we're talking about, Todd. We're talking about the actor. That was what we're struggling with.
Okay.
Damien.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody knows him as Damien.
Oh, all right.
I think he's pretty much unemployed now. I think he's out of Hollywood. I think
Jonathan Majors. Yeah. Wouldn't that be just a great segue into talking about Hot Lips Houlihan? No, I'm just kidding.
R.I.P. Yeah.
But I have to say how much I hate that fight in the Creed 3 before I move on. It sucks. He's like, I was inspired by anime. And I know what he was talking about, the slowdown, the silencing, all of a sudden the empty arena. But I get it. It's cliche at this point. It's a formula. The fights at the end of Rocky movies always go the same. He's down and out. He's gonna lose. He comes back. We hear the da 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 da, and it pipes you up. You kind of sign up for it at this point. And we didn't have any of that. It was the most anticlimactic, flaccid fight I've ever seen. It was not rewarding at all. And regardless if they wanted Stallone to come back or Winkler didn't let him, his story was done. His story's been done a few times, to be fair, but it was really a great ending in Creed 2. Him going to Canada, going to be with his son. Adrian's been dead for fucking God knows how long at this point. It's over. So it's just the fact of why'd they have to even continue it? But anyway.
So yeah, Hot Lips Winkler could get a new airplane. He got to trade in his old fucking G5 and get a new fucking G8.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, no, it's sad. Loretta Swit passed away today, 87. I know, she's up there and everything, but MASH is still my favorite TV show of all time. And I always had the hot for Hot Lips Houlihan.
I always find it funny. I always find it funny that old boomer TV always tries to play it out like everybody was kind of prudish in those days, but it's just the way TV was, what they could show. because they were just as dirty in the Korean War. She was probably hot throat.
Oh, I'm sure she was. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, she's got the hot lips. We'll want to kiss on her all night long. Like she'll kiss you good. It's so funny, but I always thought she was tunnel pretty, right? Like that's all.
Well,
that's the
chemistry she had between her and
that's the whole.
Her and Frank Burns, aka
Yeah,
Larry Linville, was fantastic, and I think she was a phenomenal actress. R.I.P. I love MASH, and yeah, it's sad, but what can you do, right?
I love Loretta Swit from The Muppet Show. I used to watch The Muppet Show all the time, and I used to watch all those guests from that heyday come on and sort of be on that show. And she was in Pigs in Space and stuff like that. I just like my first experience with stuff like Alice Cooper was when he was on The Muppet Show, the Halloween episode, and singing "Welcome to My Nightmare" and all that stuff, and hosting it. I love The Muppet Show, man.
She was also in Race with the Devil, which was a great movie. I enjoy Warren Oates. I enjoy, of course, Peter Fonda, but actor wise, I enjoy Peter Fonda.
Yeah, MASH was a great show. I'm old enough to remember watching that show live. I remember when the finale came out.
Oh, really? You saw the finale?
Like 4th or 5th grade.
Okay.
I remember it was a huge deal.
It was like the highest rated. It might still be, or maybe that got pat. But I know for a time it was the highest rated. TV viewing of all time.
And I wish, it would never come out in like a Blu-ray format, but it was shot on film. It would look phenomenal in an HD format if they came out on physical media, but they do have it on like Hulu or something like that. But I have the DVD box set.
On a box set. They probably make so much money in syndication with it that they don't bother with it.
Yep.
Do you like it? Have you tried watching it without the laugh track?
That's why I watch it. But it's the best without the laugh track.
Yeah, it works both ways, but it's so weird not. I'm like, this is the way I grew up with it with the laugh track. It's kind of weird not want, but I get it. Like if you can distance yourself from the nostalgia, it changes everything completely when there's no laugh track.
Yeah, during COVID, all I did was sit there and drink martinis and watch MASH every night. That was pretty much all I did.
You fucking slippers on and you got Wall Street Journal under your arm.
I did get the red robe. I got that for Christmas one year, and like Hawkeye's robe. I got it, and
dressed like fucking Mr. Burns. Fucking thing.
But that's I don't know. I love it. Physical media wise, though, man. Let's talk about some of this shit, man. What do you think? It's Arrow is going to be having a good year. Scream Factory is going to be having a good year. Kino is going to be having a good year too. What releases are you guys really wanting here?
I just want TMNT 90. Everything else can fuck off. I just want
it's the trilogy, right? It's going to be all three.
Well, I don't know. I would imagine someone's going to
trilogy. They're talking trilogy now.
But
I heard it. Sources close to the matter. It's a trilogy box set, 4K, 1, 2, and 3.
Well, I don't give a shit about 2 and 3, so just give me the 4th one, deck it out.
Come on, Secret of These.
I don't give a shit about those kid movies.
I'll tell you, it's full on dark.
I have the Turtles pizza box, the Blu-ray that's been out for like 15 years or whatever. I still have that. I'll buy it, but I really just want that big anniversary set of the first one. It's the only one that deserves any kind of pedestal.
Well, Arrow, they do, like, if you remember the Hellraiser set. Hellraiser comes out, everything's all in the set, 4K, blah, blah, blah. And then later, you could buy them individually, by themselves. So I think that's probably what's going to happen with the team. They're going to try and front load. They're going to get people to buy the box set and make sure they sell the other two as well, especially 3 is going to be a hard seller. Put it in a box set. And then later, down the road, a couple months, it'll get announced. There'll be a standalone 4K of 1 at least. I would bet. This is what they did with Hellraiser. Why not?
But I don't know. Yeah, they did it with Hellraiser, but
I think they did it with the Norman Bates.
The Psycho, the Psycho set.
Yeah,
the Psycho set. You could buy 2, 3, and 4 by themselves. I believe.
Yeah. They ended up doing that a little
was that
later.
maybe I'm wrong? Was the box set just European and then the singles came out in the States, or am I getting that totally backwards?
I think they both got the singles, but I believe the box set was only UK, and I think
it was. It was.
As long as 2 and 3, as long as it doesn't become an anchor on the first one, and it just makes them treat I just want them to go all out on the first one. It's all I care about. 2 and 3. 2's fun. I mean, 2's like it's nostalgic because I was born in 1986, so 2 is at the height of my Burger King Kids Club days and Happy Meals and all that stuff, and it spoke to me, but it doesn't age very well. The third one is just dog shit. But like you said, the first one I've always said is the perfect kids movie because it's a kids movie that is talking to adults too. It's not treating kids as stupid, and there's adult themes in there. There's something for everybody.
Cursing, you had Ninja Turtles cursing.
Yeah, you got a couple of dams in there. Yeah, it was hardcore. That was like my F-bomb back in 1990. And but it deals with some heavy themes that maybe you don't you kind of get on the surface level as a kid, but you can't really process it. And it's just a movie that grows with you. Like I peel layers back on it.
It will be a massive seller, the box set, and then
I think they don't have to. I think it could work backwards. I think because all people really care about is the first one.
I don't know. There's a lot of fans of the second one.
Love.
Yeah.
There's people that like like fucking Mac, like fucking babies like that love the second one. Yeah. Come on.
I mean, but the nostalgia part is a hell of a drug. These people go nuts for it.
I think if they put the first one out only as a big box set, it will sell. I think the move is to piss everybody off, then release the trilogy.
Look at it like we have the license for all 3 of them. And what's the way to sell all 3 of them the best? Put it all 3 in a box. That way, the people that want
they have to
be forced.
But I think of it differently because if you put out the first one and you deck it out, you charge $100 for it, you're going to get me. And if you hold on, and then if you sit there and release a box, let's say you don't release 2 and 3 a la carte, you release a box set of all 3 of them, I'm going to be like, motherfucker, I already bought the first one, but you got me again. I don't know.
They don't want to spend the money for the first one. They just want to throw the $100 for the set of 3 with limited special features on all of them. So
I know we're not talking about studio here, we're talking about Arrow, but I actually am going to throw it down and predict they do the Warner Brothers Nightmare on Elm Street thing. They're going to like they always do. Warner Brothers always puts out, they treat the first Nightmare on Elm Street like Jesus on the cross, and they always put out an anniversary edition of the first movie. The box set comes later and they bundle all of them, and the other ones are just sort of an afterthought and they're part of a box or a set or whatever. So I think they're going to release the first Turtles standalone first. I think a set will come out, but I think
it's gonna be like a Psycho set. It's gonna be a 3 set.
These people, the physical media people, they love a box set.
Yeah,
I'm not denying that a box set's not coming. I just think
I think first that they will do a box set.
They want people to buy the box set. People complain about Scream Factory a lot. That's happening a lot. But Arrow Video is doing a lot of Scream Factory like stuff.
Yeah,
with their releases right now. So I feel like they got that same taste of that money too, and they want to make this like. First of all, when's the last time we saw a big box set for one movie? When's the last time that happened?
Yeah.
Now it's just a Amaray with a slip. Now, so it's like. I heard that they still do them from time to time, but it's like things are getting cheaper. The price isn't going down, but they're making them cheaper. It just seems to be a little bit, and it's like we don't get the Blu-ray anymore. We just get one 4K disc and the 4K sets. So it's like they're cutting some corners there too. They're getting a little, and those Texas Chainsaw Massacre releases, I'm excited for them. Don't get me wrong, but that artwork, that's not Arrow artwork. That's just some fucking blown up frames from the reel.
Yeah.
So it's
that's
if we're cheap, if we're gonna say Scream Factory's cheaping out, well, Arrow's doing some Scream Factory stuff too.
Deep Blue Sea had one of the bigger box sets. It wasn't the traditional kind; had a slip, but it was the wider box, whatever. But a movie like A Long Kiss Goodnight that just recently came out, fucking love that movie. Great release. 3 years ago, that would have been a chunky box set.
Yeah.
That would have been one of the bigger releases. And now it's just a regular release with a slipcover. Still a great release.
Still
great
nice release.
Looks great.
Yeah, they're only doing chunky. Brad was saying they're only doing chunkies now for special releases, like premium releases.
And it's whoever decides that it's a premium title. somebody at Arrow makes that decision.
So few and far between for those chunkies on Arrow,
if at all.
I agree. Yeah. The only way you're going to sell the third Turtles movie is forcing you into a box set. With
yes, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
But I don't know. I just wish they need to treat the first one special, man. Just whatever.
I totally get it.
I love that pizza box. It's just when I look at it, when I zoom out on the franchise, it just makes the first one look worse. Because like when you zoom out and all the other shit they added onto it, Hellraiser's the same way. But I do love the Quartet of Torment, whatever.
It's great set. I do like that set.
But I just want the first one.
Yeah,
I just want the first one.
I don't. With the I love that. I was happy with the set, but that's just me.
And you haven't even watched it yet.
I watched 2 of them.
Well, liar!
The 4K set.
You fucking watched the work print. And you watched it on archive.org, dude. You didn't even watch it from your box set. You liar!
No, I watched it. I downloaded it from archive.
He likes to look at it on the shelf, but no, I get it. But all I care about is the first one. I mean, I enjoy Hellraiser 3. I think it's not good, but there's something about it. Bloodline is underrated for what it is. I think it's a fun movie. 2, fuck that movie to hell.
I love 2, dude. I love 2.
Dude,
franchise-wise, it's basically near the bottom as far as sequels go.
It's terrible.
It's great, man. I love 2.
A lot of people like 2, but I'm like, no, let's like I said, let's
zoom out here. Show. 2's like a fucking clip show of 1.
Yeah.
Too much shit today.
It rides on the back of the first movie and it just ruins it. Because the first one, I just look at the first Hellraiser as a standalone, and I have to ignore franchises. I just have to. I still love the first Hellraiser. Nothing else matters. It doesn't hurt the integrity of it, but however, it burns my soul just a little bit that Clive Barker had involvement with the second one, right? The studios are going to milk it. It just is what it is. But the first one is. But yeah, I would like 2 so much more. There's a reason why I like 3 better than 2. Which is kind of weird to say.
That's weird.
Because 2 does feel more like Hellraiser, kind of, but that's a problem. It just, hey, that movie we just watched that was really awesome, had a super fucking great ending. Let's continue it, and now let's take you to hell. When they were talking about hell and the sights they can show you, and for like 90 minutes, whoa, okay, we're gonna immediately show you and see how right you were in your head, and you're nowhere close. It's basically, their central AC went out. It's a little sweaty in there. Like Frank's living in a fucking brothel. He's like alone. He's got a big room. He's got no bitches driving him crazy. He's a little hot, but come on. He's not wearing a shirt. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah. Well, like I would say, the Psycho set, there was no, was anybody clamoring for part 4 on 4K?
You're right.
But they threw it in there because nobody was going to buy a standalone 4K of part 4. 2, 3, they have their fans. 2 is great. Arguably better than 1 for Psycho, but 3's got its fan base. 4, it's like made for TV, some weird.
4 is better than 3.
That's one of my favorite releases of all time. That Psycho box set, I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, but would it really break your heart if 4 wasn't in there? Would that really be
like 4, man? I think it's perfect in there.
I would be
bought the set if 4 wasn't in there. That's how I feel about it.
But 4 is better than 3. Like by a healthy margin.
I still like 3 better than 4. Yeah. I like 3 too.
Yeah, Psycho 2 is my favorite horror movie of all times. And that's my number 1. Psycho 2 is my number 1.
Okay.
And and Psycho 3, man, I have a good time with it. I like Jeff Fahey in it.
It's sleazy. I like Psycho.
I like just the little things. Like Norman Bates, you get the good little crooked smile when the cop's eating the bloody ice.
Yeah,
just I don't know. Like I said, I always have a good time with 3.
I don't hate Psycho 3 as like a thing. It's just in the scope of like what Psycho is. It's just a generic slasher. Like,
that's why I like it.
That's a big drop off from 2 for sure. But like I said, it's got its charms.
Yeah.
You got a twist on the shower scene. I don't know. Like I said, I watched it maybe a year ago. I watch it every couple of years. It's not my favorite by far, but I usually watch 2 and 3. I like 1, but I very rarely go back and watch 1.
Really?
I think 3 is the first one I saw. I think
you saw 3. Okay.
When I used to live in Kentucky, and I always talk about this mom and pop rental store where I really cut my teeth, man. We were renting. I used to get sent across the street all the time to rent all kinds of movies, and Psycho 3 was one of them. So that probably does. I probably saw that before I even saw 2 or 1. I think I saw 2 before I saw the first one. And I 2 holds its own. I love 2. I think it's its own beast.
The ending.
I think 2 in theaters, and I'm
wow.
I've seen 2 in theaters. Went back and seen 1 after that. But,
when I watched them for this box set, I watched them side by side. I don't think I'd ever watched them that close together before. And I'm like, okay, maybe the 1 still gets it. Like, because I used to always think, oh, I love 2. I think 2 is just as good as the first one. Watch them back to back. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna still say 1's the better, slightly, but 2, it's really holding down its own.
You
it's
get into
close.
that best versus favorite thing, and I think
1 is a better movie, I think, but 2 is definitely my favorite out of the 2. The one I go back and watch numerous times more than 1.
It gets extra points too because it just defied the odds of remaking a movie, remaking a classic that was a huge time gap, and it was just sacrilege. And he pulled it off. The fucking Aussie pulled it off, and it's great. Psycho 4 is underrated. I agree.
Psycho 1, that 4K is incredible. It's a really great scan. There's a reason Arrow didn't even bother doing their own scan for part 1 because the one that already existed was so good. They were like, well, fuck it. We can't do any better than this. We're just going to run with this one.
Yeah. But I like 4. I think it's fun. It's totally a TV movie. It shows, but it's cliche. They do the whole, we're going to call up the radio station and listen to my story. We're going to use that as a vehicle.
That.
It
works.
Great.
That was of the time. There were serial killers calling in and doing things like that.
And Todd and I were talking about this last week where he's like, I wonder who did it first. I'm like, I'm pretty sure historically it was happening first. It's like, because movies started doing that. But because what do we want? Martin.
Romero and Martin.
He did it, and Martin and stuff. Yeah. So, but it works so well to drive the story in 4. I like what's her name? Juliet, who plays Norma Bates in that. I can't spit out her name. She's dead. She just recently passed. I can't spit out her name, but she's great as Norma Bates in that. Like, you made mommy spill her flower water. Like, it's kind of weird, and some of those scenes are kind of uncomfortable. I don't know, and then you have E.T. as young Norman Bates. It's fine. I think it's cool.
Norman Bates in part 2, he pulls off crazy like nobody's ever. I mean, when he says, "Okay, fuck it, I'm crazy," and he accepts it. So that's mom on the phone. I'm gonna make you a toasted cheese sandwich and beat your ass with a snow shovel. When he gets to that point, he goes full tilt, and Anthony Perkins fucking kills it.
Yeah,
he's got that look, that smile, and I fucking love it, dude.
And some points need to go to Dennis Franz as Mr. Toomey. He's such a great sleazy motel manager. I mean, he doesn't. Can you just smell him on screen? Like, you just know what that guy fucking reeks of. He's so great, man. I love when they I love when they depicted Dennis Franz in The Simpsons, in the Homer Simpson story. Right, because there's that episode of The Simpsons, if you guys watched it back in the day, where he was getting accused of sexual misconduct, right? Because they had a babysitter. They Homer give the babysitter a ride home, and he had lost his Venus de Milo gummy that he had gotten from like the candy convention that came through town, and it was on her butt as she was getting out, and he's like, "Ooh!" and he grabbed it, peeled it off, and she's like, "Ah!" like she was grabbing her ass, and she looked back, and he's like, "Ah." Anyway, so they started blasting his name everywhere, and it was like up next, the Homer Simpson story starring Dennis Franz, and of course they dramaed it up like Mr. Simpson, that's sexual harassment. He's like, and I'm not going to take it. He's like, I don't care. He's like,
Dennis Franz is great, man.
He's got one of the greatest quotes in anything. It's not even really Dennis Franz. It's like, you'll never get away with this. He's like, are you kidding? With a man in the White House? Not likely. It's like, what? He's so unhinged, dude. I love, and it's probably the first ass I ever saw on TV was Dennis Franz, unfortunately.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. That's why I can see why
that was huge.
So fondly of him.
That was huge. How it's like, oh, they're showing nudity on TV for the first, and it's Dennis Franz. Like, god dang, why Dennis Franz's ass? But anyway, continue, Todd.
So next, huge news. We did have I don't know if you guys are Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 fans, but I am happy these are finally coming out in 4K because I don't own them on Blu-ray.
I should have sold my Blu-rays. Fuck, I knew I
got Blu-rays, but they just dropped in value big time.
Yeah, you get pennies on the dollar now.
Last year, well, maybe not last year. When was it that I sold my 28 days later, when that was 28 days later, that Blu-ray was going for a fucking mint.
Yeah,
I cashed out. Mine was unopened. I had the first one, and sold that, and at that moment, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just unload these because I know Sleepaway Camp's coming. I know they're like dragging their feet on it, but they're coming, and I should have did it.
Yeah.
You know, Scream Factory is going to Scream Factory, and they're going to re-release anything they get a license for. And listen, that's business. They got to make money. I get it. I'm not that hard on them. Like some people are like, man, fuck Scream Factory. I wish I never even bought shit from them in the first place.
I don't care. I still buy their shit. I don't
8
care.
years ago, you were losing your shit over every single release they put out, and now it's like, God forbid they try to make a couple extra bucks. You don't have to. Nobody's got a gun in your mouth saying you have to fucking buy these 4Ks. If you don't want them, don't buy them. Don't cry because your Blu-ray went down in value. That's really what it is.
And half the people complaining about it are complaining about a Blu-ray that they already paid for 8 years ago that's still in the shrink wrap, mind you.
Yeah, it's probably sealed.
You know what I mean? Like they're releasing a 4K now. These fucking like they haven't even watched theirs. Which, you know.
I do want to get that Blaxploitation box set though when it goes down in price.
Both those look great. Our buddy Johnny is fucking foaming at the mouth to get those. They're putting out good releases speckled in with these re-releases. You can find there's some serious, like I just got The Hunt on 4K. It's a phenomenal scan. There's new features on it. I couldn't be happier with it. So like I said, they're in there. Just buy what you like. What are you doing? Like, what are you really complaining about? I really do think a lot of it is you're hurting the value of my fucking collection by re-releasing shit. Like, stop it. Because in my mind, I made a savvy business decision buying fucking cardboard and plastic, you know, and I thought I made a mint here. It's like, oh, well, the real collectors don't mind because they're happy to get new releases. They want to see the real movie fans. Again, it's about the movie. If you've made an investment, you're upset at them at that reason. Well, then you have every reason to, I guess, be upset. But
I'll tell you what, though, I think maybe like those ones that go for quite a bit, those are going to get hurt. But they re-released the Halloween movies, right? In those like harder shell set that 4Ks. But I've been selling my old Blu-ray Scream Factories with the alternate covers. People are still buying them, and for decent prices. So it's like at least they have different art and stuff like that. There is something different there. I mean, if you are just materialistic. Those the blues look completely different than the stuff they put out 4K, for better or worse. I mean, you could debate how much you like the covers they do, but I do get a little excited when they do announce a 4K that either didn't have a Blu-ray release or I didn't own it, because I am one of those guys that bought a lot of the blues. And
Alan has a complete Scream Factory.
I got a complete set with the slips.
Yeah, you bought them all.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just,
of course, that's the 4Ks are killing me, but I still buy every one of them.
I got excited about the Stepfather. Like, oh, I don't own that on Blu-ray. Give me Stepfather 4K. Like, great. You know, I do get a little pumped for that. And
I had the Blu-ray of that came out before Scream Factory was even a thing. I think it was Shout Factory released back in like early 2000s.
I don't mean to cut you off, but again, we're complaining about the Scream Factory. So it's not us, but some people are complaining about the Scream Factory stuff. They still do premium releases, what they consider a premium release. They'll do new artwork for it and the steelbook and all this shit. The same shit Arrow is doing. So, like I said, they, for whatever reason, it's out of favor, Scream Factory. But if you really look closely at what Arrow's doing, it's the Scream Factory playbook. Yeah, they're only whatever they deem premium. That's what gets the special treatment. Everything else gets a generic release. Now
they know their market. It's the neckbeards that they've proven they're just going to buy the movie over and over and over again. Yep. Like, this is who we have to ring out.
Yep.
Right? They're not selling them to your neighbor, your fucking mailman. They're selling them to the four of us. Yep. And you know, I get taken by a couple of titles. Like I had the Arrow Killer. I love Killer Clowns. I've loved Killer Clowns before anybody knew what Killer Clowns was, since I was a fucking in diapers. And I have that Arrow release with the slip. And of course I bought the Shout one. And I actually have the steelbook and the slip with the classic Earth spinning poster or whatever. Because I have like 3 different variants of it. And I actually like it when they do this, but that Arrow set is still my favorite. Because I just like the Arrow slips. I like the Arrow packaging. And it's got different features that
you get the purple hard box.
Yes,
that's a nice release,
and it's got different features that are not present on the Shout Factory stuff. So, I would like to have something definitive, but it is kind of cool that these are not the same.
It takes it takes decades to get a definitive release. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, how many fucking releases have we had? You know, but just last year, or maybe 2023, we got definitive releases from Second Sight and Dark Sky. where they had all the bonus features on one release.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it takes decades to get the rights for all this stuff and build it together. So I'm sure down the line somebody will do a mega, release of everything on it.
That is one of my. I lament it. I regret not getting the second sight like Todd did of Texas Chain. I got the Dark Sky, and the second sight's boss.
Just depends on what you're like. The scan just depends on what you're like. If you want more of a grindhouse look, I like that. I have both. I do
too. I didn't open one or the second or the other.
The scans are both great. They're just different. Like one is more of a grindhouse style. It looks better, but it's still got some grindhouse elements in it. And one looks like a brand new movie.
Which one's which?
The second sight looks like a brand new movie. And
really?
The Dark Sky's got a little bit of grit still left in it to give it a little bit of a grindhouse feel. So you can't go wrong with either one of them.
But it's just the FOMO. It's just knowing I'll never get that now because it is like just, I don't pay those. I don't do that. But it's like
Aaron. We got breaking news.
What? It's not breaking news. You're talking about the Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Okay, look. So hey, Silhouette, welcome aboard on the chat. So I don't know if you posted this the other day or somebody else did. I could find nothing on this Mortal Kombat that you're talking about.
Wish
it might have been something
they would do. Who's the company behind it? Is it Warner?
It was New Line. New Line, Time Warner. Yeah.
There you go. I bet they're doing a 4K Mortal Kombat. There isn't a 4K.
I can see that. Yeah.
No, it needs to happen, but there's no weight to this. I haven't heard it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I was Googling it. And I know that so I follow all these like really niche people that were involved with Mortal Kombat because I'm a loser. And the producer of the first Mortal Kombat, Larry Kasanoff, Threshold Entertainment, right? Via New Line. He's the one that bought up the film rights. And I love the story behind this guy because he's just a scummy producer. Like basically, he's the guy that also made Mortal Kombat Annihilation really fast. He was just trying to turn a buck, and he just ran an almost good thing into the fucking ground. And I love watching the featurette of Mortal Kombat where you have this guy talking, and he just sounds like such a douchebag. Like, God, you are such a guy just trying to fucking make a buck really quick on something. Yeah. But he was in. There's this guy, one of these big Mortal Kombat collector IG pages I follow, and he's just a guy from like Sweden or something, and he's got like everything under the sun. And I just live vicariously through him because I would never have this much shit in my house. But like, I love looking at him and his collection. Like this does it. And he'll make posts and stuff. And I think he posted something about the movie because it was the 30th anniversary this year, right?
Yep.
And then Larry Kasanoff jumped in his IG comments, doing a poll, and this guy's coming like, "Hey, so what would you guys buy like a special collector's edition 30th anniversary of this?" I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking dense idiot."
I'm sure everybody would, absolutely.
But he doesn't fucking know. Like, why are you gauging? Like, you're an idiot. He's a producer. He doesn't know anything. He just wants to make money, and he's still holding on to it. I'm like, yeah, you dumbass. Like, what would you want in it? And I fucking put in my 2 cents because I'm like, I would buy the shit out of that. So I think it's obviously being thought about. I hope they pulled the trigger.
Well, there's definitely a market, especially for 90s kids. I mean,
yeah. Spawn and TMNT. Spawn got the announcement. MK might have been a Mandela effect, aka never happened. Yeah,
Spawn. It wouldn't surprise me if MK was in there.
I hope, but
yeah,
they still haven't announced anything. We're halfway through the 30th anniversary year, so I don't know. But Spawn, I don't love Spawn, but I'll be damned if I'm not going to buy Spawn. I for some reason I have to punish myself and buy that. There's something about it, super nostalgic.
I mean, if you think about the timing, Texas Chainsaw's coming out in August. That's an August movie.
Yes.
Teamed, like, to me, it makes sense for both those to be in the fall, MK and TMNT. Big fall releases.
I hope.
Pops, what's your opinion of the Texas Chainsaw remake and the prequel movies? Did you see those?
I'm a big fan of all the Texas Chainsaw movies. Except for the Matthew McConaughey, wherever the fuck that is.
we did a commentary on that.
But when I seen was it 2003, the one they're coming out with, the two they're coming out with, I love both of those in theaters. Now I'm not going to say that they're better than the original. I know that's blasphemy, but I go back and watch them more probably. I watch them quite often. So it's a day one for me. So
yeah, I'm with you.
Now the artwork they pick for the covers is a little questionable. But I mean, that is what it is. I'm excited.
I was like, is that Leatherface at the damn sewing machine? I'm squinting my eyes. Like, God dang, what?
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great.
I was telling Brad, I don't remember the beginning. I know I saw it in theaters. I didn't think I liked it back then, but
it's R. Lee Ermey's movie.
R. Lee Ermey.
Oh, it's the R. Lee. Okay.
Yeah,
R. Lee Ermey's still in it. Obviously from 2003, but he's got a lot more to do in the beginning. He's basically most of the villain is him. And then Leatherface is also there, but it's more of the family type thing. It's a little bit more white trash.
Yeah. Because I did see the remake in theaters multiple times. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
It was a phenomenon. Everybody went and saw it multiple times back in.
And people are shit. Like some people shit on it, but I actually enjoy it. I think it's I think it holds up,
dude. But that was so. But they had Andrew Maga-Bernarski at the MTV Movie Awards, dude. Like coming up, like
enormous, yeah.
And it was really big. Blessing and a curse. It only helped fuel the remake apocalypse we were in at the time about everything just getting remade under the sun. It's probably Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, then Texas Chainsaw, but Texas Chainsaw is the best of all of them. It offers something new.
It's called show business, not show fun, and the people vote with their wallets. And you could put any remake out back then and everyone would run and go see it. So it's just like an easy layup for them.
Oh, I get it. I'm starting to think you're an industry plant. 4K. He's defending he's defending the.
I'm a scumbag capitalist. I love to make money. I don't care.
Come on, guys. The suits aren't that bad. They're just like you and I.
I'm like
the opposite.
I'm like the diamond baron from Congo. I don't care who fucking died over there. Get those fucking diamonds.
But no, I agree, and that's why we're still so. I get excited when the Marvel shit starts bombing and everything's like drying up. And then one will come out that puts them above water and people go see it. Like when Avengers Doomsday comes out, like don't fucking give in. Hold the fort. Hold it. Because that's going to be the one that brings them back in. And it's going to fucking cause another wave of more Thunderbolts and fucking Shang-Chi or whatever. And it's just like, it's the people doing it. It's like, stop taking this. Like they've been making AI movies without AI for 15 years now, and you're really not going to tell when they actually get AI to write these movies. It's like stop it.
True.
And Todd took his kid to see Minecraft twice. Todd, this is the problem.
Once I took him to the drive-in.
Your wife took him once.
Yeah,
and you took him once. So okay, we're semantics.
Supposedly it was a huge hit.
I know, and right,
and
it's good for the suits, right?
Well, if you think, I know you have a movie you made that you're in post production on, right, Aaron?
It's festival circuit's done.
So it's done. But like these studios, it all goes into one pot. So it's like they look at it like they're throwing darts at a board and they hope to hit. So they might spend 200 million here, they might spend 50 million here. It's just like at the end of the year, it's like, did we make money? Okay, what made us money? Let's try and repeat that every year, like every other business.
I mean, I'm not retarded. I get it. I get how it works.
It started to be more like now it's like the Blumhouse model, for instance. We'll give you $10 million. You make us 200 million. We'll do that deal all day long.
I think the problem you had me at is $200 million here. They used to spend $50 million. Like, why can't we have the $50 million A-list marquee movie like Breakdown in the theater anymore? Like, give me a Kurt Russell Breakdown movie again. Like those movies live on streamers maybe, and they're still filmed on a green screen backlot. Like you guys can't even film in Arizona for fuck's sake, right? It's just
Hollywood bureaucracy that costs business.
That was just those caps in the budget allowed for them to take a little risk, take on some fresh ideas and make them. And speaking breakdowns like fucking Hitchcockian, it's like they're never going to throw to me, that's just small potatoes to Hollywood now. It's like, oh yeah, but where is Tom Hiddleston fit in all this? At what point does Loki come out of the sky in this? You mean it's just Kurt Russell wandering around the desert highway looking for a lion? I don't think people are going to go for this. Chicken Jockey, anybody?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
They can't build a universe. They don't want to take a chance. It's like, if it's going to be a one and done, they don't want to take a 200 million shot at a one and done.
It is dying. It's just, I just God, it pisses me off because Doomsday is going to come out and it's going to resuscitate it a little bit, and they're just going to keep it going. And I don't know. It's terrible, man. I know they just want to make money. That's the way it's always been. But people need to vote with their wallet.
Well,
Stop seeing this shit.
Back in the 80s, 90s, to a point where there was no streaming, there was no social media. A big part of your entertainment was going to the movie theater, and there was movie theaters in every town. So they could bank on even a bad movie is still going to make money because they're going to get them on that first weekend at least. And then, so on and so forth. But now people stay home. People don't fucking go. It's just like, I've talked about this before. Back in our day, if there was a 24-plex, you'd pull in the parking lot. First of all, it'd be packed. And then there'd be 24 fucking posters that you'd drive past. Now a 24-plex has 5 posters in it.
Yeah.
They're putting out a fraction of the movies, and the money isn't there. It's just, at the industry. Well, you
got Minecraft playing in 12 theaters or whatever, 47 showings a day.
Yeah, it's got to be a big event movie that gets you out of the house. And Minecraft is we know the kids are going to drive fucking Todd and his wife crazy to go see it twice. So we're going to put this in theaters. It's not, we're going to wring them dry. And it's a big event movie. Marvel Doomsday. We know all the fucking,
Lilo and Stitch. The
God, don't get me started on that. Dude,
hey, load of money. You're a few months away, Aaron.
My wife was like, "Can we go see Lilo and Stitch remake?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can go with your fucking other husband, your boyfriend." I'm not fucking going to that because I'm like, dude, why are we remaking these movies, these animated movies, almost shot by shot? Even though I heard they changed shit in Lilo and Stitch, but like they took out the villain. It's like a human villain. It's like, oh yeah, we're focusing on the people more. We're not really focusing on. Like we're not focusing on Stitch so much. It's more about you mean we're not focusing on Stitch? The fucking what? And but yet in the trailer it's all the same. And I watched there was a scene on YouTube and it was like this scene where they're at her work on the beach and she's like a waitress, and it's all the same gags. It's like the same lines. It's Stitch licking the booger out of his nose. It's all the same gags. So it's like they're still doing shot by shot, and they changed a couple of things. It's like the Lion King thing. And then we're getting a Mufasa prequel, and then we're gonna get this and this. It's like, why? These movies are fucking these already exist. Anyway, I don't know. Oh, Disney's almost out though. Like,
speaking of good movies coming out though, what about I think Kino might be having the best year out of anybody.
Kino always has just a super strong year, and we just take them for granted.
Yeah,
I don't. I buy up Kino shit all year long.
Yeah,
I do too.
We all buy Kino releases. It's just like old reliable, and you just like, oh man, Kino's doing another cool movie, and they're doing a good job. Great.
Meat
man,
potatoes,
I love
man.
that they're bringing all the '90s comedies out. Man, you got Billy Madison.
Madison.
Fucking I know Happy Gilmore's coming out. I don't know if that's going to be Kino or not. Gung Ho's coming out. Remember Gung Ho with Michael Keaton? That's a fucking great movie.
Gung Ho's awesome. Ron Howard movie. I love Gung Ho. It's got the donger in it, dude. That's a great flick.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, Road Trip coming out. You got Death Wish 3 is coming out.
I just got Wayne's World 2 in the mail 2 days ago and watched that last night.
I ain't watched
it. Old Faithful. Tommy Boy. They did Black Sheep.
They did Black Sheep.
I got that in when I got Wayne's World 2 in the same box from Orbit.
I missed that. I love Black Sheep's on Kino.
Yeah.
I missed that. I got to pick that up tonight. I love Black Sheep, but it's a little depressing because it's like Wayne's World 2. It's the same old Kino thing. Oh, play movie or setup. There's no features at all, but it is what it is.
Cheap, man.
But the price reflects the features. Yeah. There's going to be a good scan, and there's not going to be a ton of features generally, but the price reflects that, which I like that.
Coneheads. I mean, all these
Coneheads would be great.
Yeah.
We've kind of talked about this before, but Airheads, that screams Kino Forte.
That's got to be, man.
To me.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
we talk about that too. It's got to come Kino. It's just the studio doesn't give a shit about it. If they decide to fucking release it now, fuck them. Give it to Kino. It's like, oh, we've been holding out for how many years, but we're gonna give it to you now.
It's nice getting some of these comedies because I don't own a lot of these comedies.
It might be the last release too of these.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm buying Black Sheep right now. Thanks for telling me. Now that's the thing is I feel like they come out so guns a-blazing. It'll something like this just slipped under the radar. Like shit, I didn't even see this one. Yeah. But this will come tomorrow.
Did you guys end up
coming out? That's a great disaster movie.
Which one?
Kino. Dante's Peak.
Oh, Dante's
saw
Peak.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched it.
It got postponed. It's coming out in August, I think.
That's with what's her face?
Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton. Yeah, Linda Connor. Sarah Hamilton.
Ninja Trilogy, that's coming out. Yeah, Death Wish 3 4K, which I'm excited, man, because I think that was prior. I don't know who put that out.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of who it was. It's on my shelf right there.
The MBD or something.
It's not. I don't think it's MVD. I can look at it.
But it wasn't a 4K.
Syndrome had one of them on 4K.
That's 2.
Yeah, those 2. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody put out 3. Somebody completely different. I can't think of who it is. It's on Blu-ray though, but yeah, I'll have to double dip on that. You know, I hate it. How do you guys organize? Because the Death Wish series is a nightmare. If you don't like, if you organize by, company and studio putting shit out, because you got fucking Death Wish 1 over here, you got Death Wish 2 over here, you got Death Wish 3 over here. God, do you how do you guys?
That's the way I used to do everything was by label, and I've kind of got away from that a little bit, except for my Shout Selected Screen Factory. That's still on its own. Everything else, whatever, is pretty much mixed together, except for the chunky boxes. I got them separate. But I pretty much mixed everything together for that reason, to try to keep them.
Oh, it drives me crazy because like nothing is like if it's Death Wish,
Ronin Flicks.
Okay.
Thanks, Basement. Yeah.
That's Tony. If everybody isn't subscribed to Tony.
Oh yeah, Tony. Yeah.
Tony's the man.
Absolutely, Tony.
The Godfather.
Hey, Silhouette, it wasn't Black Sheep, the Dimension Extreme horror movie, the New Zealand Kiwi movie. We're talking about the Chris Farley classic, which I believe
totally different movies.
I like that other Black Sheep too. I
do too. That's getting a 4K premium set.
Remember the Dimension Extreme era from like circa 2003.
Yeah. Those were some great DVDs. Oh fuck, what's the pregnant movie? God, it's a French horror movie. It's on Inside.
Inside, yeah.
That was like a great Dimension.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but my Superior Black Sheep will be coming in the mail tomorrow, Silhouette, and I feel, and I'm not going to harp on this too long because I said this last week. I think Black Sheep. Look, the argument you said, better versus favorite, like you guys were talking about earlier, better versus favorite, Psycho 2, Psycho 1. I think Black Sheep is funnier than Tommy Boy.
You're crazy.
Tommy Boy is, I acknowledge it's probably the better movie. It's kind of more rounded for family. It's probably a little bit more meat on the bones. But Black Sheep lasts per second. It's just funnier. The vote for Donnelly falling off. It's just so the cabin stuff. Everything about it's so.
It's like an MTV movie. It's right up your alley.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to be honest. I've watched Tommy Boy 1,000,000 times. I've only seen Black Sheep a couple times, and it's been a long time since I've seen it. I have it on the shelf over there. I have to rewatch it and see if it.
Gary Busey Tommy Boy as the gem in it.
It better pack a sandwich. It's gonna be better than Tommy Boy. I fucking love Tommy Boy.
Man, you and my mom would get along with your fucking expressions, your Southern expressions.
You don't even know. He said shit sometimes, and I'm like, explain that phrase to me, please. Just talk to me like I'm 5. Tell me what bought ass means.
I thought hurricane season was over.
Yeah.
That's how my mom is.
He's like Jesse Ventura from Predator. Son of a bitch is dug in like an Alabama tick.
What up? What's up, Hagen?
What's up, man?
Cool Avatar by probably my favorite Pink Floyd album. It's tough, but
Yeah, The Wall's still my favorite, but it's great.
I like to be a
there she is.
Yeah, that's my mom. She basically talks like you, Pops. But hey,
Tennessee.
Look, I actually low-key agree with Todd, but the contrarian in me wants to say Wish You Were Here is my favorite. That's just kind of how it is. But
I know, I totally get it. But
the thing is I don't know why The Wall's better, because honestly, Wish You Were Here is 5 tracks long, but it's fucking bliss. It's bliss.
Can I just interject one thing?
Yeah.
Al, what's going on with your lighting over there? It looks like you got the briefcase open from Pulp Fiction.
It does.
Dude, I've been trying to low key fuck with the whole time we've been on the thing. My lights are off.
We happy?
That's so funny. I give Riverman shit about lighting too. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like,
for
whatever
gives me
reason, I
shit
can't
about
do
everything.
anything different than that. Whatever. I don't know what it is. It's all fucked up.
Hey, but my mom's in the chat. She says hi. She's Where are you from? What you're in the South, right?
He's
Don't
from
try to tell me. Florida? Okay.
Yeah, I'm about 5 minutes from the Georgia line. I'm in
there's bleed through into Florida from the South.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, for sure. So I'm guessing we're having a few people in here that obviously are coming from your guys' channel. So if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. But welcome aboard. Yeah, what else is coming out? But yeah, you're right. 90s Kino is killing it. The 90s comedy. We did our 90s.
I mean, out of the last, let's just call it the last 4 years. What year was Kino's worst? I mean, they're just every year dependable. They're putting out releases people want to buy. And, really at the price point, their sales are by far the best in the industry.
2 to 3 big sales a year. Absolutely.
Dude.
Yeah.
And when you want shit that's not even good enough for Kino, you go MVD. And for the price and the sales they put out, I'll fucking dip into MVD. I bought Snapdragon finally, bought that shit for $3, Pamela Anderson and dude from Scarface. And I'm like, wow, this is just a after hours Skinamax movie. And it was pretty good. I'm like, for $3, this is not a bad watch. But they released I don't know. My MVD collection's growing quite a bit. They release good stuff.
Oh, the Mechanics coming out too, which
Bronson. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, they made their name on Charles Bronson over at Kino Lorber. I mean, they need to do. There's one thing they need to do over at Kino they haven't done yet. That's Death Hunt with Charles Bronson and Lee Marvin. If you haven't seen Death Hunt, that would be an incredible 4K. It's basically like Lee Marvin is trying to hunt down and kill Charles Bronson in the woods, almost like Rambo, but way before Rambo.
Hell yeah. Hey, thanks.
Okay.
I have nothing to really talk about. Much love, peace. Are you peace outing us? Because there's nothing to talk about. Is that what you mean? Like you love or like peace out? Come on. Oh, you are what?
Yeah, he's pulling a Jenny Gump on us.
Come on, Silhouette.
Come on, man. You don't have any releases here. Hey, is it because I corrected you on Mortal Kombat? I'm sorry. I'm just
about the new Undisputed movie that's coming out from Kino Lorber. How about that?
I want the sequels. The first one's fine, but give me the Michael Jai White. Give me the Scott Adkins. But Wesley Snipes and Ving Rhames. I'm sorry. For me, that ain't no Scott Adkins and Michael Jai White. You know me. I like my straight to fucking DVD action stars, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Is there any other releases that you're really excited about, Pops, coming out or
Better Off Dead?
Better Off Dead.
I pre-ordered.
Gotcha.
Another great comedy.
Okay.
Lethal Weapon 4K. That's one that's been on my short list for a while.
But that is out, right?
It's coming out soon, maybe like in a week or so.
Oh, the US then? Because wasn't the Europe one out, or am I crazy?
You might be right. I don't know. I'm not sure. Ace Ventura, another great comedy, getting for Mom Shout Select.
Gotcha.
Cobra 4K. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Arrow Video.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Why didn't that get a big chunky box, as Pop says? Why that drives me crazy? Cobra didn't get a chunky box.
They should, man.
If anything deserved it, they should have gave that the premium.
I didn't pull the trigger on a pre-order because honestly, they've spoiled me with the chunky boxes on my favorite movies. I'm like, what is the incentive to pre-order this one? Like, it's just like a basic release. It's really disappointing because I love Cobra.
Yeah.
Arrow, from what I understand, Craig, the Human Parade Float. I mean, if you may haven't seen our channel, sometimes Craig jumps on. Craig is up on all the releases. And I believe it was him telling me that Cliff McMillan over at Arrow Video has teased a crazy Q3 and Q4 over at Arrow. And an even better 2026. So the stuff that we're getting now is just kind of like these are the doldrums, the dog days of summer titles. Getting into the fall season, that's when the big releases will come. So take that for what it's worth. I mean, he does work for Arrow, so and he does do the purchasing or whatever, but he's also a salesman. So maybe maybe it's hype, maybe it's not. But me personally, if we do get some October horror releases, Audition's 25 years old. I'd like to see a 4K big set of that. That would be cool for me. I'm a big fan of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Day of the Dead. I'm still.
Yeah, Day of the Dead needs something.
Well, I guess the elements are lost on Day of the Dead. I heard that. I think Don May said that. He was trying to find Day of the Dead to do a 4K, and the elements are lost. And now that doesn't mean they're destroyed. You know, they're just in a warehouse full of shit and they can't find them. So sooner or later it'll happen, I'm sure.
Hey Todd, what say you? So Shout Factory didn't care about Brain Scan enough to give it a special edition Blu-ray. They gave it a basic bitch dose. So do you think that's not going to get a 4K? Because it didn't even get like the limited edition like treatment. I love Brain Scan. You think so?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they're gonna put 4Ks out for everything, I'm sure.
And you know what? All you people out there that are looking to invest, you can at least rest easy knowing this is the last physical. We're not going to get 8K. I think we all feel confident we're not going past this. Like they'll double dip and triple dip on 4Ks, but aren't we kind of at the top now?
They fucking never. They say that the human eye can't even see 8K really. So they can't distinguish a difference between 4K or 6K and 8K. But stranger things have happened. You know, DVD was the end of the road, then Blu-ray, and now 4K. If there's money to be made, somebody's going to make it. And I would say it would be the same thing. Like, remember The Matrix was like the first DVD? You know, like a big visual spectacle. Like it'll start, if they do 8K, it'll be like The Hateful Eight in 8K. Like a very special limited thing. And you have to be a nerd to want to buy it. Kind of like the Blu-ray used to be, you know.
But they're grinding down that niche so even thinner and thinner. So it's just like I'm officially out. If there's anything after 4K, like I don't need it. I really don't.
Mean, I'm happy with 4K, but I was happy with Blu-ray too. So we'll see. I can never say never for me. You know,
I'm not. Yeah, I can't do it again.
I just hope they don't, because I don't want to buy this shit over again.
Yeah,
I know myself
will
very well. I will. I'm the guy that will.
Yeah, if Joel's got an 8K. Are you pre-ordering now? And if y'all
Ops, don't tell 4K this. He's the plant. He's going to go back and tell all his cronies that he's got you on the hook.
If Jaws 8K comes out, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
that's where they'll get me.
That's one big hot ass.
So what is it about? I know Arrow. I'm going back to it. You mentioned Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon is Warner. They don't do this Arrow treatment where you're talking about the box set thing. They released Lethal Weapon by itself, chunky box. There's no announcement of 2, 3, or 4 in sight. But just like Freddy, a box set's going to come. They're good because but they released their flagship first.
There's a new movie coming, right? That's probably why they didn't do a box set.
It's in developmental hell. It hasn't gotten off the ground. I don't think it's ever coming, unfortunately. Well, but they do it differently.
The Passion of the Christ 2 or whatever.
It has nothing to do with that. He's like, the studio won't get off their ass. He's like, we can't get anybody to fucking move on this.
Warner is near bankruptcy. We should mention that. Warner Brothers is near bankruptcy. So
yeah, good riddance.
Probably got bigger, fish to fry right now.
Probably didn't hurt that they were trying to chase that fucking Marvel bandwagon with all their shitty DC movies.
Trying to wring out that superhero dollar.
And it's like there was only enough room for one of those players in town to ring us out, and it was Marvel. And just, I guess they made the better movies of the two, but Warner Brothers gets everything they have coming to them. They killed Mortal Kombat. Everybody, any gamers, they killed Mortal Kombat. That fucking, if you guys play games, that new Mortal Kombat is officially canceled. It's done. Fucking over. No more support. Didn't even make it 2 years. It's a fucking dog shit show. They just want to like microtransaction the hell out of you. I hate Warner Brothers, dude. They're terrible.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're probably on their way to being bought by somebody, Amazon or somebody will buy it and milk those titles forever. But it's just who knows what's next. But the superhero thing, it's like, the reason the Marvel one is those are like PG-13 and PG movies. If you make a hard PG-13, like not for kids type shit, like superhero movies, it's going to be kids mostly. So, the big dollars in the kids, getting those kids to the theater. That's who goes to the theater anymore.
That's probably something to it. But at the same time, I would still argue Batman is the most famous out of all of them still. Batman is such a name.
And every Batman movie made money. A lot of money. That's that's the fly in the ointment there, because they've literally even the last one, people don't like the Robert Pattinson one. It was the most successful of all of them financially, even over the Dark Knight. So Batman anything sells. You're right. Batman anything will make money, but there's only so many Batman movies you can make. If that's your linchpin, you can only make one or two. One a year.
I just think Marvel played it right at the beginning, and obviously Disney swooped up and bought them after, like the Avengers, after they had already broke ground and established everything. Yeah. But because they played the slow game.
Iron Man put the
they made they made marquee titles out of fucking D-list superheroes like Thor and shit. So they put the work in. And if I got to give credit where it's due, back in those early days, like when they first came out with Iron Man, it was like, shit, they're doing an Iron Man movie? Like, that's fucking weird. And it fucking hit. And then they were like, we're gonna build the universe. This is before the universes were being done. It's like, you mean you're actually gonna do what's in my comics and you're gonna do it in the movies? Because that's the way the comics are. They all coexist in the same universe. One of them will come in, the other one's in the. It's a comic thing. And at first it was like, that's fucking right. I can't believe they're gonna try and pull this off. And then they did it. And then Thor didn't do as well as Iron Man financially. You know, Captain America, the first one, didn't do as well. And then I forget what the other one was. Was there before? Oh, the Hulk one, the Ed Norton Hulk, which they kind of just fucking forgot about. But the Ed Norton, those movies, the returns were diminishing because Iron Man was huge and Iron Man 2, but they fucking kept with it. And then it all built up to the Avengers. And then after the Avengers came out, Thor 3 is doing gangbusters. Captain America they're doing gangbusters. So they put the work in, and just Disney fucking got their mitts into it and really wrung it. Maybe it was destined to
the DC though. DC was trying to do that, and then Zack Snyder's kid killed themselves, and that derailed the whole deal. You know, he had to leave the production of the what's the one
Justice League.
He had to leave the production. They turned it into this like screwball comedy. Or whatever the fuck they did.
I mean, he sucks anyway. His movies just aren't good. They're not for me.
I'm a big Zack Snyder guy. I love the Dawn remake, and I love.
So you like Batman v Superman?
I like Batman v Superman. I'm not a superhero guy, but I liked Batman v Superman. I liked. I'm a big Dawn of the Dead remake guy. I love his remake, and like I said, The Watchmen. I'm a fan of The Watchmen too. I really like that. I like this conspiracy crazy shit that's involved with it.
You know, but it's possible it had Disney not stepped in and bought the Marvel, it probably maybe still would have gotten played out.
Somebody else would have bought it if Disney didn't buy it.
But the fact that Marvel was in dire straits, that's the reason why Spider-Man's owned by Sony and fucking fantastic. You know, you have a Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie that exists. It's because they had no money and they were fucking just diming out all their shit for nothing. Sony got the Spider-Man movie rights for fucking pennies,
and they made $1 billion.
You know, and the fact that they came back from the brink the way they did, I would like to think that if they would have kept it small, Marvel would have kept up the pace at a more tolerable level. Because if you were just getting one tentpole Marvel movie a year, it would have been, maybe you'd still be okay with it. Like, oh, we just got Thor last year. Oh, next year's Captain America. But it became like 4 fucking movies. Yeah. There was a Marvel movie every fucking 2 months, and even if you like that dog shit now, who can keep up with it? Like, okay, so you're going to see the new Avengers, right? You better be caught up in all the Disney Plus shows. You better be caught. No, they're all connected.
Well, Alan's a huge Marvel guy. I mean, did you get the fatigue? Did that happen to you?
Oh, absolutely. I still like the old movies, but as soon as Endgame happened, it went way the fuck down for me. And really nothing. I mean, I went and seen what was it, fucking Thunderbolts. I say it was all right because I mean the rest of them has been garbage, but like I said, back whenever Iron Man came out and those were hitting, I was balls deep in it. But you know, as soon as the Endgame was over with, it was like, man, just go ahead and put it to bed. It's done.
But there's also, you can probably attest to this, that first wave of films that were just under the Marvel like banner, they weren't Disney. The Disney ones have a different stink on them. I like the way that first wave of movies look. Like, even though like the first Thor movie is your classic fish out of water story, they keep it grounded. Like, we're not going to worry about going to Asgard. Let's just bring them to Earth. I think it looks pleasant. And then Disney takes us to Asgard 1 million times, and everything's behind a green screen. It's like I'm riding a Disney like attraction. And I always go back to, I think it's like the third movie where they got Anthony Hopkins or whatever hiding out. And he's like on Earth, supposedly in fucking New Zealand. And then there's a scene where they go and talk to him, and they couldn't even be bothered to film on location. It's like they're on a cliffside overlooking the ocean. It's supposed to be in New Zealand. It's supposed to be beautiful. And it's on a green screen. Like, guys, you guys have spent $300 fucking million in this movie. Fly him to fucking New Zealand and plant his old ass on a cliffside and take the shot.
Yeah.
They got progressively worse looking. They're pumping in more and more and more budget, throwing in more and more and more names, and they just got progressively worse looking. Dude, I think the last one I watched was the Black Panther. I almost died of cringe at that last scene in the subway. Like how bad that looked. That fight between the two Black Panthers, and it was like a PS2 video game. I'm like, this movie cost like $400 million. What is going on? What is going on here? Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, give me Thor walking around in pedestrian street clothes, not fighting aliens all day over that.
We're about to lose Alan. It's getting super late for him. He's got beach.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think we're about ready to.
My wife and daughter caught me going to the beach tomorrow. It's gonna be 112 degrees.
Well, thanks guys for joining us.
Before we lose Alan, tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern, we're gonna jump Riverman in over on the Get the Flick Out of Here stream. Talk some movies and some sales and what's going on in the physical media business. Let's put it that way.
I got some stuff that I'm gonna be selling, so
Aaron will be there too, but we've got it's just like, well, I know Aaron's selling some stuff. I didn't even know you were selling. Like, I didn't know you were.
Oh, I'm trying to get rid of everything. Almost, I got a bait. Yeah.
We literally go through. We'll talk about it all, but the consistency of the stream is downsizing a collection, picking titles that we're selling, and kind of explaining why we're selling them, and they're kind of fun to do, and they've been fun at least.
How does it work? And you're just trying to get people to, and then people go to eBay like, hey, it's listed. If you guys,
it's all funneling people to my eBay store. That's what it comes down to. No, they don't even know my eBay store. And
we don't even mention that shit.
Yeah, I don't. I look at physical media collectors almost like if I wasn't one of them, I'd feel sorry for them. So it's not like I don't really want to put faces and names with the people that are buying my shit and paying like. Paying 4 times what I paid for it, So I like that it's anonymous and you just buy it and you're happy with it. I'm happy with the money. Let's go on from there.
I think it's funny is I just sold the double feature from Scream Factory, Deathstalker 2 for like $90. And like 4K. Yesterday, they just announced 4K. That guy's got to be going, fuck.
Hell yeah, Pops.
Because it's coming. It's just like, it's gonna come. But you know what? Shame on them because they should know it's coming too. You know what I mean? Like they are running that risk.
There's so many people that are not 4K people. I mean, you spoke on it earlier about it being a niche. It is a niche. 4K is a niche. There are freaks that buy them that don't even have 4K players. And I get it, the artwork and all that stuff, and they're going to get a 4K player eventually. But there's so many people that are still Blu-ray. There's so many people who are still DVD.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Maybe they're happy with that Blu-ray because they were never going to get the 4K in the first place.
The cycle will continue. People will consume it until they're tired of looking at it and they'll want to resell it. Whatever. I'm in it too.
Becoming more like you guys are vinyl guys. It's becoming more like vinyl.
Yeah.
Please don't become like vinyl. It is. Everything just the prices go up and up and up and up, and you get crushed out of your hobbies, dude. You get fucking pushed out. But it
forces that way now a little bit. So these damn still
that way.
It's gonna get worse.
You can't.
The only people making the money and the only people to ring out are the collectors, and they're to stay alive. They're gonna start charging. We're gonna live in a world where if I want a Cobretti fucking, chunky box, I'm gonna have to pay $200, and they're totally cool if there's like 1,000 people max that'll buy it. They're fine, but it's just gonna make me and everybody else become more selective. That's why I'm cool with selling shit off. Like, you know what? Start now. I got to get selective. I just got fluff. Let's get rid of it. Yep. But thanks, guys. We appreciate it. This is fun. This is
fun. Home, man.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Long time coming.
Yep. Go follow. What's your actual YouTube channel that they need to follow?
Yeah, well, my channel is the 4K Tent Revival, but really you want to go over to Pop's Movie Dungeon. I'm over there a lot. My channel, it's there, it does well, but if Alan's not involved, I'm really not involved. So if I can get Alan on my channel, sometimes we'll do it. If Alan's supposed to be at work or something like that, we'll do it on my channel. I do some other stuff on my channel. We do the WTF, where we just do deep dive into one movie. We do some stuff on my channel, but it's more about Alan's channel. That's where I would say definitely go subscribe to Alan's channel for the collection updates, the hauls, the top fives, and we do a big stream at the end of the year, the best releases of the year. It's always a big hit and a lot of fun. We bring out a bunch of guys and do that over on Alan's channel.
Awesome. Check it out.
Highly recommend them. They're great.
And my watch, you look a lot better than this. I'm not an albino. I'm actually pretty dark skinned. My lights are all fucked up. I don't know what's going on. My program that controls my camera is like, it ain't working. I think I got to reboot my laptop. So I promise you, tomorrow night, look at my camera tonight. Look at it tomorrow night. It's gonna look a lot better.
You look great.
He brought his A game for us. I feel so blessed. I'm just kidding.
Tony said in the chat.
I've been trying to low-key mess around with it throughout the stream, and that's why you see the lights going crazy, be doing all kind of shit.
Tony people have put on some sunscreen, Alan.
That's why Silhouette had to leave. You were giving him a seizure, dude. Like, oh, he's like, no, but hey, guys, I also want to say, if you guys are new to our channel, please subscribe, please like the video, all that good stuff. We've been around a long time. We do lots of film commentaries. We got a lot of stuff like this. The most recent commentary we put up was Martin. We did that with Alpha Romero. If you have been around a while and you want to support us extra, we do have a membership. We do membership commentaries exclusive. And what just went up for that? I edit these and I can never fucking remember.
We're doing exclusive shirts now too with
merch.
The shop is up, man.
Well, we've revamped it. We always had shirts in the past, Todd, but they're pretty sick.
But the commentaries are cool.
Okay. All right, guys. You're a terrible salesman. Just kidding.
They're cool, man.
They're our brake pads are really cool. Yeah. Our brake pads. All right, guys. Later. Bye.
See ya.
Bye, guys.